Everybody, welcome into Sports Talk Chicago. My name's Jon Zaghloul. Great to have you here on Channel 59.3 BPOD TV and Roku. Big show for today is we're going to break down what happened after 2019. A big report came out talking about Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy. You don't want to miss this. I have a great insight that you're going to want to hear in just a moment. Before we get started, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jon Z Sports and on Facebook at Jon Zaghloul. If you want to watch more of this show, search up Sports Talk Chicago on YouTube or go to sportstalkchicago.com. If you want to watch more shows from the BPOD TV network, search up BPOD TV on YouTube. I want to start today with this. We're told to never judge, right? It's biblical, societal. Don't judge anybody till you know the story. Always two sides to one story. So you have to hear both sides before you make a determination. It's common sense. Most of us try to follow it. Oftentimes we fall short, and that's fine. But the question is, will we admit we were wrong? Will we admit we were lied to in some cases? Do we have the balls to do it? A lot of people don't. For those of you who watched me for years, I've always said Mitch Trubisky, not a bad quarterback. Now, that doesn't mean he's a superstar. I've never said he's Patrick Mahomes, top 10 quarterback. At the best, he had a good coach, good system, good players around him. I'd say middle of the pack, 15 to 20. The 15th to 20th best quarterback in the NFL. I don't think that's a controversial opinion. It's about right. He's competent, could manage a game, and with the right pieces, the right team, he could get you to a big playoff game. I mean, I firmly believe 2018 the Bears would have won the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Cody Parkey. The point is, not a bad quarterback. Really isn't. I don't care what anybody says. The truth is in the numbers. Mitch had 16 touchdown passes in 2020 after being benched. Didn't even play a full year. Already had 16. 2018 at 27. Not a bad quarterback. He's the best rated passer in Bears history. Better than Jay Cutler, Sid Luckman. Yeah, Mitch Trubisky. I'm not saying Mitch Trubisky's some great player who's had a long career, but I'm saying his rate stats indicate he's not a bad quarterback. And for the Bears, greatest of all time, according to passer rating. And I always found that he just got a bad rap here in Chicago. Here's how I know this. There are so many people who are just adamantly opposed to Mitch Trubisky. What's he done to you? Like, what harm has he brought the Bears organization? What, because he wasn't Deshaun Watson or Pat Mahomes? Got you to 2 playoff appearances. Went 25-13 under Matt Nagy. Was he really that bad? I mean, people call him a bust. Was he a bust? Rex Grossman? Bust. Dave McNown? Bust. Mitch Trubisky? In that same category? No, he's not. Statistically, he's not. Win-loss-wise, he's not. I don't know. Something indicates to me, though, that with all these people opposing him so vehemently, that there's more to be uncovered. And sure enough, this week in The Athletic, big piece that came out and exposed the truth about Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy. Here are a couple of quotes from this article. Apparently, he ripped Mitch Trubisky in front of the whole team, called him uncoachable, which we'll talk about that comment in a moment. I did not like that comment at all. Quote, after the 2019 season concluded, Trubisky prepared to meet with Nagy. They needed to have a conversation. How were they going to make this work? The quarterback prepared notes for the meeting. Nagy, though, didn't make it. Quote, he no-showed him, a source said. Trubisky left the notes behind. Trubisky would be in the middle of a camp and be like, guys, none of this stuff is working, or be pointing out the problems with the offense. And he'd be getting this, quote, oh, no, man, don't worry at all. It'll come together. Have faith. Trust the process. And then it gets to the season, and all these problems happen. Nagy proceeded to chastise Mitch for being uncoachable and not throwing it to the proper guy in front of the whole team. Players even stopped believing. For this year, people said Matt Nagy sabotaged Justin Fields. Look at this. Fields was the backup throughout camp and the preseason, but he was forced into action and set up to fail, according to one team source. So this isn't just a Mitch Trubisky issue. You want to sit here and compare Mitch Trubisky and Justin Fields? Fine. Both cases, they're victims of one person. I got quotes right here to prove it. What do we make of this whole report? I have many observations. I had many feelings. I thought about it, sat with me for a couple of days, and I'm ready to unleash. First and foremost, it's a travesty that Matt Nagy called Mitch Trubisky uncoachable. Not uncoachable. Trubisky prepared notes for a meeting. He wanted to get better, and Nagy blew him off. Think about that. What kind of a coach blows off their quarterback when they're trying to improve? Actually making an effort to get better. I don't want to meet with you. That's okay. Not interested. That one really got me. Everybody here for years blamed Mitch Trubisky. You know, Mitch Trubisky can't even post on his Twitter, Instagram. Countless trolls come after him. And we're just going to leave this here. So Mitch asks to get better, seeks out his coach. Hey, can you help me? And the answer is no. Or really, no answer. Didn't show up. He trashes Trubisky in front of the whole team. Why not look at yourself? Trubisky was pointing out problems in the offense. Asked to be coached properly. Didn't get any of it. And then was chastised in front of the whole team like it's his fault. And then, even better, for those of you who hate Mitch Trubisky, fine. If this doesn't change your mind, I don't know what will. But what about Justin Fields? A team source said he was set up to fail. Shouldn't that concern you? You know, with this report coming out, Matt Nagy should never be a coach again. Not a head coach. Really shouldn't be in the league, but I know he's going to get hired somewhere. He will. Now, a lot of you say it's not going to happen. I've had guests on this show saying he will. He's an NFL lifer. They always look out for each other. He'll find somewhere. That'll be a joke. Wherever he coaches, whatever quarterback he's working with, I wouldn't listen to him a lick. He purposefully sabotaged not just Mitch Trubisky, everyone's favorite Justin Fields, too. Yeah, should be fired. I have no remorse. I have no regret. I don't feel bad for the guy. I don't. Sorry. You ruined a guy's career. Intentionally. Almost ruined Justin Fields. How am I supposed to feel bad for that? All in the report, right here. All these direct quotes. And in fact, I give Mitch Trubisky even more credit now. He didn't say a word. Did we hear about this when Mitch was here? No. Didn't say a word to anybody. Kept it to himself, kept his head down, and played. Didn't want to be a problem. Didn't want to cause a fight. Didn't want to cause a media circus. Kept it in. Kept it in. Endured hatred. Endured criticism. Can't even post on social media. Didn't say a word. Goes to show you what kind of person he is. Goes to show you he's a leader. That's what true leaders do. See, true leaders are like that. They're not going to call out somebody, chastise him in front of the whole team when it's really inward that you should be looking, and blow somebody off when they're trying to get better. What kind of a coach is that? That's not even the definition of a coach. So for any team out there wondering about Mitch, because he will get suitors, look at this report. Leader. Leader. Didn't say a word. Didn't say a word. That's a leader. Blaming someone else for your problems, ignoring people who ask you for help, not a leader. And this should cancel Matt Nagy from ever getting another head coaching job, I would hope. Well, people on Twitter saying, oh, it's revisionist history. Nagy did want Trubisky. Maybe he did it first. I mean, he had to, I guess, if he wanted the job. But the fact is, based on these reports, he fell out of love with Trubisky. Maybe he wanted him at first. Not anymore. Not by these reports. I don't see any love. I don't see any desire to get better. I see deflecting blame. I see criticism that's unwarranted. And I see bad leadership qualities. I want to say this too. Why did it take so long for this report to come out? That should be a major question on everybody's mind. Why did it take till after Nagy was fired? I'll let you sit with that one. That's why, do your own research and don't trust everybody. That's a life lesson. If all these reporters knew about this or had this in their back pocket, why'd they wait conveniently till after Matt Nagy was fired? So what if they published it while he was still here? Would that have been a problem? Yeah. Apparently. So it was a cover-up until he got fired. All of your favorite Bears reporters sat on this till he got fired, and they reported it. That's fishy. That's very fishy. Those were the same people, by the way, who trashed Mitch Trubisky, said he was uncoachable, said he was a bad player, said he was a bust. All these same people now turning around and saying, whoa, wait a minute. It was not Nagy's fault, too. Which is it? They've been caught red-handed. Everybody who reported on this has been caught red-handed. Although it's great that this report got out, it makes you wonder why 3-4 years later we're hearing about this. I don't get it. Why not report it? If you're a true journalist, you'd report it. You wouldn't wait till the time it's good. Wait till things are looking good, then report it. Wait till Matt Nagy gets fired and Mitch Trubisky's been gone for a year. No. You report it when you find out about it. When you see it with your own eyes. 2019, Bears reporters were in the locker room. They could have noticed some sort of rift. They chose not to do anything. Problem. Everybody was in on this. And again, I want to emphasize, I'm not saying Mitch Trubisky's a superstar quarterback, but I am saying he was screwed. With the right system, right pieces, could be a top 15, top 20 quarterback, no question. I mean, he was. 2018, he was. Statistically, he was. 95.4 passer rating, 27 touchdowns. He was. That's a great year in my book. You could say, well, short fields, defense helped. Look, there were a lot of times this year when the Bears had short fields and they couldn't convert. How many times did we talk about in the past couple of weeks where the Bears were inside the red zone, couldn't score anything, not even a field goal? They executed. To their credit, they executed that year. But see, that's my point. And the fact that he was called out in front of the team and called uncoachable is a joke. I saw people defending that behavior because they hate Mitch Trubisky so much, you can't defend it. Okay? Objectively, you can't defend it. Mitch asked to get better. He prepared notes, had a meeting, wanted to be better, wanted to find a way to work in this system. And Matt Nagy blew him off. That's all true. Mitch Trubisky asked to be better. Matt Nagy, his coach, who was hired to develop him, blew him off. And the fact that Bears ownership gave him another chance with a new quarterback is really troubling to me. if they knew about this report, or if they knew about this stuff happening behind the scenes. How it's acceptable that Matt Nagy stuck around for Justin Fields is beyond me. Now they're looking for a leader of men. Well, you screwed up with Matt Nagy. And you kept him around for a new quarterback. Now we're seeing team sources say Fields was, quote, set up to fail. And you kept him. And you kept him. And you loved him. You trotted him out to the media. You made Mitch Trubisky look horrible. You trashed him. But it's all okay. That is cutthroat. That is wrong on so many levels. And I can't get over that uncoachable comment. I can't. That's plain hypocrisy. If anything, Matt Nagy is uncoachable. He can't coach. And the audacity to show up for a meeting after the year, tough season, let's get better. Actually, I don't want to be there. Huh? What? You're not showing up? You're the head coach? Yeah. I'm glad Nagy's gone. I know many of us are. That isn't a controversial opinion at all, but still, I mean, this further proves he needed to go. Really. He hurt Mitch Trubisky, ruined his career, ruined his reputation, was about to do the same with Justin Fields. Team sources saying he was set up to fail, Justin Fields. That's all you need to know. Nagy has a reputation of being a quarterback breaker now. Not a fixer, not a guru, nothing. This proves it, quarterback breaker. And it's so unfortunate. I really feel bad for Mitch, too. Trubisky, I do. Horrible what happened to him. You could say he was limited in talent. You could call out some of the decisions he made, sure. But you know what? He asked to be better. Showed up every day and worked. Played hard. 2 playoff appearances. And he was shown the door. When he asked to be better, he was ignored. When he had a bad game, it was blamed on him only. And guess what? Didn't say a word. Didn't tell anybody. Didn't complain to the media. Loved the team more. Didn't want there to be a distraction. And that should tell you a lot about Mitch Trubisky and who he is as a person. Not just a player, person. So for teams out there wondering about Mitch Trubisky, sure, you might be limited when it comes to skill set, but I'll tell you this much, he's a leader. He's a leader. You need somebody to lead this team, to lead any team, he'll do it. Mitch proves it, too. Thanks for watching today's show here at BPOD TV, channel 59.3 in Roku. Really appreciate the time. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jon Z Sports and on Facebook at Jon Zaghloul. If you want to watch more of this show, search up Sports Talk Chicago on YouTube or go to sportstalkchicago.com and make sure you tune in every night at 10:30 right here on BPOD TV. So long, everyone.